What is up, everybody? Today we have Soulflayer in Pioneer. This deck is unbelievably powerful if you get the right combo of cards. So today we are going to see if we can get the right combo of cards enough to win some matches. The primary card in the deck, as you can probably see, is the namesake card, Soulflayer. Pretty much it has Delve, and whatever card you delve away, you give that card that ability. So for instance, if we have a questing beast in the graveyard, Soulflayer would get Vigilance, Death Touch, and Haste. If we have a Zetalpa in the graveyard, it would get Flying, Double Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Indestructible. So, long story short, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get a combination of some number of these cards: Hexproof, Vigilance, Double Strike, Lifelink, and then hit them with a Flying 4/4 with all of these abilities. So let's see how many times we can get that to come off today. I am very hopeful that it will happen. Maybe the most popular deck in the format is right now currently Mono Red, and I feel like this deck has an excellent matchup against Mono Red. So we're going to take it through League, see if we can't get a little lucky. Hopefully everyone is doing well today. It is now January 2nd, so hopefully everyone has already failed their New Year's resolutions so they can get on with their life. Just kidding. Hopefully everyone's New Year's resolutions are going well, if you made any. And if you didn't, that is totally fine. And if you do, if you still want to make New Year's resolutions, you got time. My New Year's resolution for myself is to become partnered with Twitch by 2021. So I have 363 days to do so, and that is where I currently am at. So far so good, right? Play first, right? This hand is a little slow, but we do have the Lotleth Troll to be able to discard the Zetalpa, and this Traverse the Uvenwald can help get us there, so we will keep this. See how this goes. Zetalpa is practically uncastable in this deck because of how it's set up. So we will probably not be casting it at all. But who knows? But we are not playing against Mono Red, so it looks like Red Blue maybe Insult Artifact, or who knows? Maybe Phoenix? Okay. It is now leading me to believe that it is Phoenix, so they can discard a Phoenix. There it is. Alright. What we will do now is cast our Lotleth Troll, keep up Regenerate, and maybe next turn we can go for a Grizzly Salvage, and we can go for the Grizzly Salvage and get the Soulflayer back, all in one turn. Okay. So we now have 2 chances to do it if we don't hit it the first time. Let's play plan our waste in case we need it. And we are going to start off with the Grizzly Salvage. Actually, we can go with, let's start with the Gather the Pact. It is sorcery, so, we're going to play sorcery speed. We might as well play the sorcery card. What we see is a Questing Beast, Murderous Rider. Let's take a Murderous Rider. Just as a way to elongate the game, we are going to still try to combo. We will activate this ability and discard here. Deal 3. That needs to get in the graveyard anyways. We will carry on. Ugin, interesting. Casting, hard casting, rekindling Phoenix. So with that now resolving, that is totally okay. Comes the Flame Wake. We got a little lucky. We will now cast a Grizzly Salvage and see what we can get back. We will not take the Lawless roll, so we can have a Trample in the graveyard, and we will take a Overgrown Tomb instead. Here's how this is going to go. We are going to play the Swamp, play the... So we can traverse and get a Soulflayer. I think that should be good enough. We will exile Lawless Troll, Trample, Alpa, Questing Beast, and Murderous Rider. So it'll have everything but Hexproof. And we... we will generate black. Last turn. Now my opponent could have a Brazen Borrower, and that would definitely impede our ability to move forward. But if he does, that's okay. We do have the Vessel of Nascency, so we can try to go off again. So he does have it. That is... Okay. Let's start with this Vessel. May put an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. And I think what we really want... The land, I don't think... We're okay. We can just go for it next turn when we do the other... When I cast the next Vessel. Yeah, we want the Hexproof in the graveyard, so we'll take the Blooming Marsh. We will cast Vessel. And maybe we'll... Turn. Is it charm? To discard 2. E-Rap, it's going well. Thank you. How you doing, buddy? This is our first game, our first match. So currently undefeated. But yeah, so playing some Soulflayer today. Thought I'd try to get a little combo in the mono red heavy format we're playing in. We really need a Zetalpa. We will take. Maybe what I do now is I take the Murderous Rider. Nope, I started 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. Started at 2:30. I decided to stream into the evening. We could really use a Zetalpa. Okay, so that will get us a Zetalpa. That's actually really good for us. It'll allow us to discard it. Do we already have life graveyard? Yep, we have the Gifted Aetherborn, so we don't need to do this. And what we will do now is cast a Soulflayer. We have haste. We do not have haste, but we do have other goodies. Have full lifelink. I did not hit the Sylvan Caryatid. So it has everything once again but Sylvan the hexproof. What we will do, we have provided 2 threats. I should have probably exiled the Sylvan Caryatid, but I was looking at some of the other abilities and got carried away. But we are far from dead, so we are totally okay. Oh, this is Emerge. I see what's going on now. Elder Deep Fiend Emerge deck. Going through this very slowly, so I'm expecting an Elder Deep Fiend. No, okay. Let's start with this Gather the Pack. Wow. No creatures. Alright. Unfortunate. What we will now just do is go to it. That. Okay, so there's the Elder Deep Fiend. So he said no to both of those. Oh, he's using the Sanctum of Ugin to go and get a second one. I Elder Deep Fiend, the second one. Okay. Get in there for one. If I would have exiled the Sylvan Curated, this game would be over right now because it would have a hexproof. So I need to definitely be careful about that moving forward. We know he has another one, so getting in there. Resting Beast is pretty good. I'm going to attack. Then he has to. So then he has to cast the Elder Deep Fiend. Then I'll cast the Questing Beast. Okay. I don't think we're dead, but we might be. Actually, I think we are. If combo where you can wake up. Oh, nope, we're just dead. Got it. Yes. You're done here. Okay. So Sylvan Caryatid is very important for this matchup. Get away with doing whatever we'd like. We'll bring in the Assassin's Trophy as a way to interact with maybe some land or problematic permanents. And in terms of what we are going to cut, this isn't like a hyper aggressive deck that we're playing against. Yes, it deals damage, so we're going to cut a Gifted Aetherborn. We do have the Murder Shredders for lifelink. We will then cut a, let's go with one Gather the Pack, one Murder Shredder because there's pretty irrelevant, and let's go with one. What are you up to today, E-Rap? We'll keep, but it's not the best. Let's start here. Playing Pokemon. Cast the Grizzly Salvage at the end of his turn. What Pokemon are you playing? Like Pokemon Go? Now he could have Izzet Charm. He's not doing anything with his mana, so we'll just play slow. Got it. Is that pretty fun? How many hours do you have in it? Probably too many. Okay. Should grab a 4. That is okay. Quickly clicking. Alright. My opponent has not done a single thing, so we are going to cast this Leyline of the Void. What happens? Yeah, that was a misclick to not get the forest, so... Lotleth Troll is not very important to this overall game, so we losing that is totally okay. Awesome. Suck it in. Salvage. Grab the Murder Strider and just killed it. So Traverse the Uvenwalds are live. Sorry about that. Okay, so there's another Lotleth Troll, which is good. Let's just get in there with this questing beast, shall we? Pretty aggressive creature. Okay. So interestingly enough, this out here. We'll attack with the questing beast and see if he blocks. Now, because the Brazen Borrower is dead, I do believe that this should just be a spell effect. Hmm. Okay. And then what we'll do is Murderous Rider. Okay. Interesting. This must mean he has an Elder Deep Fiend. Okay. So he's going to be able to get back to back. Okay. Um. So we have his lightning act, possibly. So we will. All right, let's talk about this. So next turn we're going to try to cast the Traverse the Ubenwald. When we do, we will be able to get back the. We'll be able to get a Soulflayer and we'll get a Sylvan Caryatid. As a Talpa, we'll be able to discard this questing beast to Lotleth Troll. And so it'll also have Vigilance, Death as Haste. Will it have. What gives. Doesn't give Tramp. Lotleth Troll gives Tramp. Be able to go Lotleth Troll, Zatalpa, Questing Beast, Sylvan Caryatid, Okay. Um, so what I will do is, because now that we know that is our route, we will cast this Gifted Aid. We're doing this because we want to present more threats than he can potentially deal. Okay. Silent Spec, how we doing today, buddy? Everything good? Nice, buddy. How was your New Year's Eve? Anything crazy happen? Okay, so hopefully he has to hit. All right, I do believe, if I'm mathing correctly, that will be. He has to have a true counter spell for this, or for this Soulflayer. Get the Soulflayer. We will discard Questing Beast. We will now cast Soulflayer. We need, for sure, Sylvan Caryatid, Alpha, Lotleth Troll, Questing Beast. Okay. Go to attacks. We got there. That was pretty close, pretty tight. On to game 3 though. So what do we want? Thoughtseize could be worth it in this matchup, in the sense that he does have cards that interact with us pretty favorably. Maybe not a full 4, but he is playing a little bit slower of a hand. We're not going to be casting Sylvan Caryatid. It's probably going to always be in the graveyard, so maybe let's try cutting one of those. Only bring in, let's do, try 2, and let's cut a. Now that we know that he has Brazen Borrower, we're going to not totally hedge on that. Get to draw 2 Leyline of the Voids next game, and they just be irrelevant. So we'll trim down to 2 now that he hopefully has to bring in some sort of action for that. So we would be on the draw. This hand is very good, but it's a little too scary, so we're gonna mulligan. Better. Keep this, and we will bottom, the there's 4. Okay. Let's go for the green source. And let's get this gathered. I guess we'll put his help in hand. I guess that's good. Bottom the other. Okay. I was streaming actually on New Year's, so I was playing one of the other games I stream, FIFA 20, and did not even have a chance to watch the ball drop. I was just hanging out with the streamers at that time. Dude, it was a good time. I don't get too hyped up on New Year's. I know some people do, but it's just never been my thing. No, we were going to, and then we both decided not to go out. Pass this lot. Let's troll. We have the regen shield up. We have a Zitalpa handed card and a Sylvan Carry added. That's funny. You guys would. Um, right here. Fuck. You guys are truly nerds. I like it. Block. Have the creatures in the graveyard that we need. Okay. Um. So what we'll do is we will gather the pack or card type. Actually, we'll start with the vessel. Kind of need a land, don't we? Take a blooming marsh. Ethan, you funny, guys. Instead of balls dropping, you got globes blowing. So Murderous Rider is a good pickup. If we can. Riza Talpa's in the graveyard. Um, None of those cards are what we want. Sadly. Lista booted from Pioneer with new Heliod coming out. Oh, absolutely. They're not going to want to ban that. So they'll ban everything else around it for sure. For sure, for sure. Let's take this Murderous Rider, I think. We can potentially put two in our hand. We could potentially take a Lolith Troll and a Zatalpa and discard it. Have a 3-powered thing to try to trade with the Bone Crusher. You know, yeah, they'll probably. I hope they don't ban Ballista. You know, I don't know though. Ballista's a good card, and I don't think it's too busted in this format. So if they do, like, I don't know. But that's just I don't know exactly what Wizards is thinking in terms of that. It's like, do I Assassin's Trophy the Bone Crusher Giant, hoping to God that he doesn't have like a haste threat next turn, or do I? Yeah, we'll do. We'll discard. Oh no! All right, we died. That's okay. So game one took a while. That deck seems oddly good against us. I did punt game one, I think, by not exiling the Sylvan Caryatid. But games two, we won, and games three, he just tempoed us out. We were unable to do anything legitimate with the Soulflayer. So, the way the cookie crumbles, or that. We'll keep this. Do you think it'll get banned from Pioneer with the new Heliod coming out? I actually haven't even read the Heliod, to be completely honest. We're going to cast one of these. Now we're going to get a second green source. Ballista will. Man, that's a bummer. I mean, it's interesting that Ballista is a card that's been in the format for a while. And it's not busted, but this new card that is being introduced is going to make that card too broken. And so rather than like limiting that card's play in the format, we're going to get rid of an old card. But I mean, they have to sell packs, right? Yep. No, absolutely. It's a very strong combo, for sure. So my opponent looks to be playing big red. It'll be interesting to see how this matches up. Yeah, man, what is up? How you doing, buddy? Everything good? We need. Let's ask this question, shall we? Right. No. That is a big bummer, man. I bet those 2 boxes of magic cards you had are probably worth millions now. You know what, though? I will say that my mom did think that Pokemon was the devil. Those little demons. Those little demon things on those cards. Coming out and grabbing us. And I wish I was joking. Dragon's Horde, this is not Big Red. Oh no. Dude, MTG is an excellent place to go. I think MTG has one of the best gaming communities. I think that the cards that are being created are absolutely great. Um, Dude, I think that Magic, in terms of a new game to get into, I think it's a very good game. It's a big universe, 20 plus years of things to look at. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. My mom was like, "You got demons in there?" No, mom, leave it alone. It's okay. All right, so we got Soulflayer. We can bond over our. So I almost need. I don't even know what I need. I just need to kill him. Dragons. I'm guessing a. We're gonna get Glorybringer to next turn on this questing beat. Oh, I need. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I would definitely recommend getting back into Magic. There's a lot of things you can do with it. Um, so that is an excellent question of why do people come to Twitch for Magic the Gathering? Um, and I think honestly, what they come for is a little bit of entertainment and a little bit of magic, but mostly it is like the community. I see a lot of people interacting in chat, so we guess the Glorybringer, and here it is. I think a lot of people come to hang out with other Magic players. I think that the world is just intoxicating, and they love to be around it. And so this is them being able to interact with it, maybe in like a distant way, but it's a way to learn new combos. It's a way to maybe get a little bit better. It's also a way to, I mean, you gravitate towards the personalities you enjoy watching. So I think that it is very good for that reason. It's also very polarizing. You can see at the top of the streamers, there is like 3 or 4 personalities that have most of the Magic community watching them. So it's a uh, very polarizing Twitch channel. I watch a lot of other Twitch games, and I see people very spread out. So if you look at Magic, there's 7 or 8 thousand people, 10,000 people watching, less than 50 or 70 streamers. And if you go to a game like FIFA, there might be closer to, I mean, 500 people streaming for 20,000 people. Um, so it's quite interesting in that regard. So I guess the easy answer to your question is I think it's for a variety of reasons, but I think it's mostly to just stay in communication and stay in touch with Magic. Erap, Silent Spec. What do you think people on Twitch are looking for? What do you think they like? Well, why are you guys here? Yep. I mean, I'm just trying to get my buddy famous so I can say I know a famous person. Oh my goodness, don't do that. Streamers are generally really good MTG players. I come to learn their thought process and see what works, doesn't work, and what they're testing. I think that you're coming for as a student, right? And Yaman, to answer your questions, um, There's definitely an internal order. There's definitely online tournaments, especially with the other game. It is called uh, Arena. On Arena, that is standard, and that has a ranking similar to that of Hearthstone. I don't know if you know much about Hearthstone, but it's very, very similar. Um, so people, if you download MTG Arena, it's standard, and it'll play very similarly to Hearthstone. So I would definitely recommend maybe starting out for the Arena. This program is a lot more advanced. It has 20 some years worth of cards involved. The other one only has a couple years. It's only a couple hundred, if not 1,000 cards or so. And it's very easy to pick up. It doesn't let you do illegal things. It kind of guides you through it. So MTG Arena is definitely where I would start off with as a new player again. So what I'm going to do, so I want to traverse the Uvenwald and get and deal 6 to him. I want to traverse the Uvenwald, get a second Murderous Rider to kill this, and then cast a Soulflayer, giving it haste and attack for 6. Really kill him. We might just be dead though. He might just be able to cast dragons every turn. So, I think that's an okay route. Do this first. Right. Oh yeah, it's definitely a variety of reasons. Um, a way for me. I think honestly, just Murderous Rider on this. Fine play. Yeah. I'll do is Questing Beast. Yeah. Brawl is cards that are no longer in the current format, so it's a little bit different. Mythic Grind is exactly what you think it is. It is like a tier system similar to that of League of Legends. You start off in bronze, silver, gold, and then the top level there's like platinum somewhere. There's diamond in there. The goal is to get to mythic. When you get to mythic, that means you're one of the top players on MTG Arena, and after that, you be in the top percentage when you get to mythic. And then if you're in the top I think it's the top 1,000 players, then you get a rank. Like you can be ranked number 1. And there's some other streamers that actually play only Arena, particularly. There's one guy that recently won a tournament. You have to buy cards, or do you earn them over time? You can play Arena for free. It is very difficult to do excellent. With the grind will be real, but if you're a Hearthstone player and you like to play for free, then it'll feel very similar. And what you do is you just exactly like you think it is, and you play games with some bad cards. You win some, you lose some, but you get better cards over time. Or you can be an animal and spend like $300 or $400 and just get all of the cards and build any deck you want. But I would say for an investment of about $100, maybe $75 to $100, you can build almost any deck in the format you like, and then you can have lots of leftovers. And there's a Mythic Redemption system that goes on there too. So it's pretty involved, but it is very easy. Once it starts rolling, it definitely pays for itself. Like you don't have to constantly put in money as long as you keep on doing well. Keep up with it. There you are, Lotless Troll. I needed you. Did you go to TC? What is TC? TwitchCon. I did not. I'm in New Jersey, so I did not go to TwitchCon. I thought about it though. Did you? I haven't talked to anyone that went to TwitchCon yet, so if you have, that's very interesting. Oh man, that's awesome to hear. What was your favorite part about it? Okay. Where is the venue at exactly? Is he going to attack? No way. No way. Okay, so I can attack for almost lethal. That is not quite lethal. I can see what. I will regenerate. Heal 2, gain 2. Then test this Murderous Rider and see what happens. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if maybe he is maybe he's more than just monocolored, but I could be wrong. But he just seems to only be playing one big threat a turn. Oh, that's actually really cool. Dude, workshops are amazing. Holy smokes, I'm dead. Ethan, are you happy? You get to see dragons in full effect. Oh wait, no, I'm not. He can only attack for 8. I forgot it's not a 5/5. Wait, am I dead? Does he have Wild Slash? He has Wild Slash, doesn't he? He does. No! Dude, workshops are amazing. If you go to workshops that are like beneficial and like exactly what you want, dude, there's nothing better. Alright, so against dragons, we want things that kill things. Probably Thoughtseize. Good. At least some number of them. Even though I feel like we're naturally good against this deck. So maybe we don't. Maybe one Assassin's Trophy for. It's not an overly aggressive deck. Maybe we take out like a Gifted Aetherborn. Future Man was one of the hosts of a Labeling Your Brand. Okay. Did you learn some cool things? Are you going to start streaming now, Yaman? Oh, dude, you're all good. Don't even sweat it. I'm just starting out too. I recently about a month ago I started streaming quite a bit. I made a YouTube. Never really found your niche, dude. That is absolutely okay. I think you have to figure out exactly what you're doing, or what you're trying to play, and also you have to find the market for it. I had a buddy who was streaming, and he was just playing like stupid games, but his personality really brought together like a really close knit group of people, and he made it. He had like thousands and thousands of followers and all sorts of other stuff, and then one day he was just like, do you know what, I give it up, and like never went back to it. So but yeah, I think that finding a game that you enjoy is really important. So okay, yep, taking a decent break will definitely kill your I don't know, your consistency, right? First, I think that's something that most viewers like, is they treat it kind of like a TV show and they want it there every day at the same time. Like, it's really nice to be able to wake up and turn on Magic and know that Numat the Nummy is going to be streaming some sort of queue. or some sort of limited. Yep. I think that streaming a card game would be a really cool interaction for you. Magic is a small but good community, so it could potentially be exactly what you're looking for. Exactly. But yeah, I started streaming about a month ago, and I'm hoping to, by 2021, to hopefully be partner. That is my goal. Table. So I'm giving myself about 11 months. I'm committing myself to this, 4 or 5 times a week, making YouTube videos. Oh yeah, Magic is definitely growing fast. I think one of the biggest problems with Magic the Gathering, though, is that it's often stale for 3 or 4 months in a row. I think they need to figure out a way to bring new content to games every day. What is Soulflayer? Pioneer? Soulflayer is this card right here. So it is a very complex card that pretty much says that if we get things in our graveyard, it can make itself bigger. So it's a demon, right? It gets bigger and better with more creatures that have more abilities in the graveyard. Start with it. Gather the pack. Yeah, Pioneer is the last 8 years of Magic. It's quite a fun format. It's several thousand cards and it's pretty involved, but I think it is pretty neat. I almost don't want any. Maybe I take the Soul Player, but I let everything else go. And then we will. Dude, I used to watch and play a lot of PUBG, but I think it's one of those games that, once again, a small community, but people really gravitated towards like 3 or 4 big streams. Same with Apex Legends. 3 or 4 people are very big at any given time, and then the rest of them are just struggling. What is my opponent doing? Oh, right, dragons. He's missing lands. Alright, so this game should be over pretty quick, as long as I do things. We want that Lawless Troll. That is... Really don't need anything else. Yeah, the Eternal card game is bad. I would definitely recommend. That is not a true example of what it's like. But I would definitely recommend starting with Arena. I don't play Arena because I like playing with older cards, but Arena is very popular for new people to the game, learning and also getting into it. And there's lots of people that would love to help you. So if you get into streaming, you'll even get like a few people in there, and I'm sure they'd be like, the Magic community is, if that's one thing they're really good about, they love helping each other out. It's a standalone game. So we're going to discard this. Where are we at with? So the only thing we'd have is a Talpa, Murderous Rider, and a Sylvan Caryatid. So no lifelink yet, but I think that's okay. I have not brought it in yet because I think it's a very expensive card. And on turn 3, you could just be so far behind. Yep. I think that is exactly kind of where I'm at. Talpa, Murderous Rider, Sylvan, and Double Strike, Flying, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Trample, Vigil. Holy smokes. A scary Mamma Jamma. And hot. Without haste, though. Dang it! Missed one of the hastes. I mean, we didn't have it, so, like, it's... And... Right. I think Vivian is a very powerful card. So if you're saying that Vivian has been better for you, then I absolutely believe that. I think Vivian is a very good card. Um, and just coming down, creating an instant impact, and just doing something relevant. Um, the problem I have with Bestiary is whenever you cast a creature, you may pay green to draw cards. So it's requiring you to put a mana, like sink mana into casting the card and having it resolve. Awesome. And then once it's resolved, you need to sit there and you need to cast creatures onto the board and pay green. This deck, I mean, it's more like a combo deck, and so if you're casting a Lifecrafter's Bestiary, that means that you are not really doing your A or even B, which is play a longer game. Like, I feel like it's Lifecrafter's Bestiary is really wanting you to, like, I'm not trying to cast my creatures. I'm trying to put them into the graveyard. Like, Lotless Troll discarding them into the graveyard. Like, so if I'm casting them, I'm just like, gosh, this is not where I want to be at. So, there is actually a shout for Reclamation Sage. I pressed submit, so, but there is a Reclamation Sage maybe for Dragon Sword. People still use 2 to 3 colors in a deck. That is exactly how that works. And red, white, green, blue, black is the colors. That is still true. The power level of cards are very different now. If you were playing back in the day, those cards, some of them are unbelievably broken and some of them are unbelievably weak, depending on how Magic evolves. So like this creature is a 4 mana 4/4. This creature is a 4 mana 4/4. Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste, cannot be blocked by creatures power 2 or less. And combat damage that would be dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented. And attacks on ability that says I can deal damage to planeswalkers. Planeswalkers are a whole new world. I can't even begin to get in on that. Yeah, I think that moving forward, I would probably planeswalkers are like heroes. Yeah, they're like that's a really good way to put it. They are like heroes. They have almost like a certain amount of life that's attached to them, so they're kind of like a side player to help you along. There's Sarkin. So next turn we're definitely going to see some scary things coming down, but hopefully this Questing Beast can get rid of it. This is why Questing Beast is so powerful, friends. This effect right here is backbreaking. So I'm going to attack him, and I'm going to be able to deal 4 damage to this arc. So I'm dealing 8 damage, pretty much. And it was haste. What is my favorite and least favorite thing about current Magic? My favorite thing about Magic is that there is a large community to play with, and the fact that there's always new cards. My least favorite thing about Magic is this is something that you may not have experienced a long time ago, but they are really messing up play design, and they are printing cards that are way too powerful, and they're having to retroactively like ban them when they come out, like within just like a month or two. And it's just kind of it's frustrating because they keep on printing these cards that we're expecting to be able to play with, like it's an investment, and that's just not the case. And they're banning them in all sorts of formats. Like it's not even like they're banned like, you know, several years later. They're banned like immediately. So that has been a pretty frustrating bit as a Magic player, as a Magic collector, because a lot of these times, like you're buying this card and it's really good, so you buy 4 of them and they're $50 a piece, and then within just a few months they're banned, and so you've lost, you know, $100 because those cards are sinking down in price. So that can be a pretty frustrating bit to deal with. Is it a new team in control of Magic card creation? I mean, the team shifts like every year. So it's not necessarily the team or exactly what's going on. I'm not exactly sure. So we're gonna go for this group. Has the scavenging grounds. So we're gonna try to get this grizzly salvage to go off. Yeah, I think the new team, the magic card creation team, definitely. Okay, so he's going after this. So now I have to decide: am I okay with that? Do I want to pay him? I think I have to be okay with that dying. Yep, I am playing green black. So I take the. I already play land. I have not. Right, questing beast. You are the man, or the cat's pajamas, or the beast's pajamas. What do you mean this game all by yourself? Oh, my deck is very centralized all around one card. Soulflayer. So Soulflayer is the reason for this deck's existence. It enables you to play a random pile of just trash cards that come together to create this really beautiful creature that loves to just beat up on your opponent and just not play a nice game. Another Sarkin, dude. This guy's got Sarkins for days. Is this the fourth one? Holy smokes. I just realized I was like, I feel like I've been playing this game for a while. I've just like killed everything. Yeah, lots of abilities. Um, so this is interesting. Currently have instant land creature. We do not have sorcery. So I'm gonna cast it. Yeah. We have no basics land. No basic lands on the deck. Nice. In there. Yeah, we get. He has no cards left in hand, I'm realizing. We need attack. Yep. Exactly. That's exactly what that means. Yep, we want things in the graveyard to power up our soul. There's also other ways to put them into the. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. You are excellent. I appreciate that. And as you can see on screen, my favorite soccer player of all time. I'm actually a full-time soccer coach for a professional soccer team. So I do this for fun. And currently I'm in the off season. Ronaldinho? What did you just say? I'm gonna hurt you. Ronaldinho, yeah, man. If you subscribe, you get to see him doing some tricks. The follow gives you a taste of what he does. Oh wait, no, was he doing tricks in the follow? I think he does tricks in the follow and then he just celebrates like mad. Subscribe. Dude, Ronaldinho, my favorite player, for sure. Help! We do not want a Zettel, but can we cast it? We cannot. I guess we'll take it, but like, I guess it powers up our Lawless roll. Ronaldo is not correct. You're hurting me. You're hurting me and I don't like it. We're going to attack Sarkin. That ability off the table. So follows. Yeah, follows. You get to see him celebrating, and subs. You get to see him doing tricks. So. Dude, he's not Portuguese. I'm gonna hurt you. Well, he's Brazilian, which I guess is Portuguese. In a very convoluted way. What are you doing over here? Yeah. Ronaldinho. Going over here. Oh no. Oh no. Phenomenal. I agree. Pretty spectacular. As a kid, he was my main motivation to want into something like this. Or into soccer as a profession. Are you gonna exert on my Lawless roll, I hope to God? Exert. Exert, exert, exert. Lawless roll number 2. Okay. What we right here. Till he flopped a few times. Only a few times. Yeah. The flopping is definitely difficult, but I mean, I think it's still just one of the purest sports in the world. There's not much in terms of like it's very raw, and I enjoy that. And flopping is going to happen, but I mean, with the new video assistants they have, called like video assistant referee, and they just have somebody watching a camera so they can like see if you flopped or not. But yeah, man, soccer is life. Soccer is bae. I also stream FIFA, so that is definitely something I will probably continue to do. Where I'll probably be doing Magic streams during the day and FIFA streams in the evening, because I love playing soccer. I love watching soccer, being around it. So, and I recently actually just moved from where I was originally from in Ohio, and I moved out to the East Coast to work for a professional soccer team. I've not regretted it at all. And actually, I had to give up Magic for it because I coach on the weekends. I coach every weekend. I coach games, so you can't really have a Magic life if you can't attend tournaments on the weekends. So I gave up Magic for soccer, and I love playing Magic. So here I am playing competitive Magic during the week, but then on the weekends, just coaching, and I love it. Not a bad decision. How do we die? Oh, let's go. One time, I need the Hasty Boy. Hasty Boy. Off the tippy top. Not a Hasty Boy. It is not a Hasty Boy. Dang it. And then we'll go... Actually a pretty good Soulflayer. Not a bad one. If I... So we have we pay 2 mana for a double strike flying hexproof indestructible trample vigilance 4/4. It was a pretty good 2 mana. So we beat the dragon deck. That was pretty lucky, I feel. I'm gonna go use the restroom and get a quick drink of water. We are 1-1, so stick around for the remainder of the Soulflayer League, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Be back in just like 10 seconds. Don't count. All right. Well, we are back. Back into it. Thanks, guys, for hanging out today. Hopefully, you guys are having a good, what is it, Thursday? Whenever the holiday season comes to an end, I'm like so wobber-jobbied from like what's been going on. You know, being off for the holidays or just being home for the holidays. Always hard to get back into the groove. Hopefully, you guys are being able to do that again. Keep this. And this is the uncastable card, so we'll just put that on the bottom. So we're gonna hold it to first because it might be able to tutor up something, and we're going to instead just go for the. Got. Oh no. Oh no. Dude, Rabble Master is definitely a beating. It's got to be a good Grizzly Salvage. Oh, that is not what we want in our hand. We definitely wanted that on top. Dang it. Schneike. Gonna take about 11 here. Casual 6. that all you got? Oh no. This grizzly salvage has to be the bee's knees, or we're dead. 3, 2, 1, and why do I get the feeling I'm dead? Oh, we are definitely. Take the lawless roll. So we need the overgrown tomb. So we'll play the lotless roll. We have 3 card types in the graveyard. He has 3 cards left in hand. Ability to regenerate this if we mana for it, I guess. And have the ability to then discard some things in soul turn. We'll get lifelink on our Soulflayer if we survive. Yeah. Okay. This guy. Yeah. Get there. Jesse, how you doing, buddy? Everything good? All right, so this is going to be 5, 6, 9, 10. Attacking for 10. So I might be at a 1 life if it happens. We need to get to blocks. Block here. No. No, don't do it. Oh my goodness, and freaking Embercleave. What the but Jesus. I just got hit for 30 million. Holy shnikey, dude. I was so close. And he showed me his hand. Literally, I still had all these. Alright, so against the aggressive decks, we definitely want the removal. Reclamation Sage is not very good. It comes down after we're dead. Fatal Push seems relevant. I like that. What we're going to do is we're just going to trim the fat. So we really don't need Zatalpa. We don't really need a Lotless Troll or a Gather the Pack or a Sylvan Caryatid. And I don't like go like that. Yeah, why not? How have you been, Jesse? Everything good? Parents settled back in at home? We will keep fine hand. Excellent. Good thing to hear. Yeah, that's good. Oh wow, dude, that's exciting. Really exciting. So then now the question is do we want we definitely want the Soulflayer having more ability to, and we have 4 card types for the Traverse. I'm just kidding. Grab this swamp. So we can get this back and give it haste, vigilance, death touch. I don't know if that's necessarily where we want. Not a bad place to be, but I think we can do better things with our players here. I want to get a Lotleth. Second one, we'll off for the. Go ahead and fire this off. We're gonna get his. Okay, so we won the game. We showed him that we were going to assemble the combo. He knew that we had the Soulflayer, the Zetalpa, and the Lotleth Troll, which means that it is going to get into play. So even with no additional information, we're going to hit pretty hard. Questing Beast is pretty good. I actually don't know how relevant it is in this matchup though, because he just does a lot of things that interact. Maybe this combo card is actually more important than the 4th Questing Beast. I'm not exactly sure. I do think the 4 Murder Striders are pretty necessary for killing his relevant threats though, so we got to keep all those in. Alright, this is a mulligan. Keep. Don't need that. Yep. We will probably push that. There's one thing we don't want him to do is casting a Rebel Master. Oh. Hopefully we draw a land next turn and we on trucking along. No land. Alright. Second main will cast this. I mean, this deck can miss a land drop and still be okay, but we have to get it soon. Selected company. Oh, I hope to God. Please. One. Oh my goodness, just all the token makers. Whatever. Please whiff. Nope. Hits the 2 best creatures in the deck. Yoink. I think on a Malta 6 a 1 lander is fine, especially with the all the card selection we have access to. There it is. All right, we now need to figure out how we want to try to stabilize. So there's a couple different routes about this. We can cast a Sylvan Caryatid and produce an extra mana for next turn, so we can try to kill maybe something the following turn after that with Murder Strider, and also gives us a blocker for at least 1 damage as long as Cleave doesn't come down and hit us in the noggin. So maybe we do start with this Sylvan Caryatid, but it could be wrong in the sense that we're not furthering our graveyard, which is the zone for another one. Friends, we are so dead. This draw from my opponents is pretty unbelievable. I think I should just be asking for like mercy or something. Dude, this Rabble Master is like a 13-2. 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17. I'm gonna go to 1 and sack a. Okay, so what are the outs right now? We have to Vessel of Nascency hitting a. If we had a Vessel of Nascency, Soulflayer, and we have to draw land off the top or a Soulflayer off the top. If I block here, I save. Go 1. No, I need the mana. We'll be at 1. Okay. Good thing I mathed correctly. Land? Untapped? I'm being specific. Yes. Oh my gosh, not specific enough. I mean, we have to go through with. So we. Yeah, just not good enough. All right, friends, on to round 3. Or no, this was round 3, so on to round 4. That was very good for my opponent. The final game there, that was one of those like unbeatable draws where like, yes, it's a bummer, we lost, but my opponent did exactly what his deck wants to do every game. Again, we'll keep this. We need to figure out a way to get rid of this. Bottom of this Dalpa. Let's start with. Anyone going to any Magic tournaments this weekend? Anything crazy going on there? Let's start with this. Gather the pack. All right. Gather the pack. We can grab 1 creature, and I think probably going to be Murderous Rider if I am. Even though this gives our Soulflayer lifelink, so maybe we just grab the other Soulflayer. A lot of playing this deck is just like working through the lines. Like, what happens if you take this card? What happens if you take a lot literal? What happens if you take this card? You know, how does it impact? Generally, it is best to just take the Soulflayer. You never really want it in the graveyard. It has no ability in the graveyard that you would exile it to the other Soulflayer for. So just putting it in hand is usually the best option. Gather the pack again. Ooh boy. All right. In terms of what we want, we already have a Murderous Rider in there. Take the Murderous Rider and put it in hand. Grilled cheese over there drawing some cards. Okay, so this is the night deck. I think we're just about to go off on him next turn, though. So we have Sylvan Carry added. So we'll have Hexproof, Lifelink, all of these abilities. And yep, die soon. No, it's the White Devotion, yeah. As soon as the Mastery was cast, yeah. That's true. Thank you. Get a Swamp. Cast one Soulflayer. One big Mamma Jamma. There's like no haste on this guy, but it literally has every other keyword ever talked about. So I'm okay with that. We'll cast the Grizzly Salvage on the end of his turn, and hopefully the second Soulflayer will be just as good as the first one. Stop! Stop! Those ones are bad, okay? There's a Shadow's actually really good, but anyways, let's not talk about it. The fact that you guys went to flanking, banding, phasing, and shadow. Yeah, all relevant abilities, you know, in competitive Magic. Well done. No. Hey, we win. All right. Look, we won without any of those extra abilities, okay? The relevant ones, I should have clarified. All right, so we are playing against a White Devotion. Let's bring in this Reclamation and removal. We are still a combo deck, and so Questing Beast is really good against the 2/2s. Let's cut 2, gather the packs. Maybe 1 Lawless roll because he probably has exile effects and not really like damage effects. And Zatalpa. We can play a little bit of a slower game, I think. British Rider. Any other keywords I missed, guys? Flanking, banding, shadow, phasing. I don't even know. Other ones are there. We will. It is. We will. I will say that this deck is impressive. I will say that it is somewhat inconsistent, and it is also hard because, like, so for instance, we have the Sylvan Caryatid in our hand. We really need it in the graveyard for our Soulflayers, so we're going to cast it, but we really need it to die. And so sometimes, like, the one keyword you're missing, like Trample, will be the most relevant keyword. So, for instance, in the first game, I did not have Hexproof, and my opponent Brazen Borrowered the Soulflayer back to my hand. I really lost the game because of that. And there was a Sylvan Caryatid sitting in my graveyard, and I chose to choose all of the other abilities presented to me. And that was my mistake. So I do think that the deck is strong. It's consistent, powerful when it goes off. But I think that because you're so all in on some of these mediocre creatures, and then this Soulflayer, your opponent can really just I mean, it doesn't really have the best like non-Soulflayer game, right? Well, it's blue-white Devotion. Okay, changes things a little bit. And I really like for instance, I kept this hand, but what I really need is I need something to put things into the graveyard with because these 2 Traverse are just like look for land right now, and I don't need that. Even though this Zatalpa is pretty tasty to possibly cast. Ethan, is that money? Bushido. Oh my goodness. No. So there's about 13 other keywords too. Infect. We will put this. But yeah, like right now, I'm not doing much. This is like one of the difficulties. You don't have one of your millers. You're just like treading water for a while. I also need Lotleth Troll, so I need a lot going on. I need to get Lotleth Troll to put the Zitalpa in hand. Or Zitalpa into the graveyard from hand. Well, like, what are you playing in Pioneer right now? Oh no. Oh no. That's what I was okay, that's what I was playing yesterday. I actually uploaded a video on YouTube of me playing that. I put Anger the Gods in the sideboard and very good. So that rest in peace. There's like 2 cards in the deck that help us. Not one of them. Dude, I hope to God I find a Sylvan Carry added. Also, these traverses are literally find a land. A very weird game. How many Mutavaults are you playing in your land base, Wallach? 4? Okay, good. Oh, right. Well, we finally found the card I need, but this thing existing is problematic. Um, I'll cast it anyways. Anything good. We could find Reclamation Sage. Dude, Rec Sage would be... Nope. Not even a little bit. Let's guess. I feel like one white source is not asking too. I feel like maybe one plains or one godless shrine. I feel like maybe should be include Whirler. Right. No, I think Mutavault is an excellent addition. Because sometimes you just go for parity, and then like they're like if you're playing like against mono red, the way they play is like you go 1 for 1, but if their mana base is all the pump effects and creatures on board, and you have Mutavaults, like you're just a million miles ahead. Cast out, entered the exiled zone. Oh, there's a seal away. Nice. My opponent looks like he's having. Now let me know. What you got? Ooh wee. Oh, what? Search your library for legendary cards. Show me. Show me what you've got. Nykthos. Really? This is where we're remember how they said Nykthos is not the problematic card? I beg to differ. I feel like we're just dead, but I could be wrong. We're just hanging out with our opponent right now. We're just trying to see, gather information on what's going on. Okay. Place a snare on Chris Ryder. Now produce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. That's it. Arn. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to talk about it. Ay ay ay. Heart of Kieran, that's really what you're grabbing? Can we talk about like your sideboard selection right now? Dude, that was one of the weakest Karn targets I have ever seen. I was expecting like Walking Ballista or something just like really mean like that. And next turn, you know, producing like 35 mana. Yeah. Oh, whoa, 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 Amnion, where have you been? You literally pop up in the chat. You're like, hey, we need a second Sylvan Carry added. And you know what? You can take a seat right next to me. You're not going nowhere. You can sit right here. You keep on speaking things into existence. What's the next card? I'd like to let you know we have some other things, you know, in our deck. You know, just sit right here, right next to me, and keep on speaking things into existence like this. We gonna be good friends. Dude, I'm so excited to cast this Zatalpa and just watch it get stasis snared. I've never been happier in my life. Oh, Zatalpa is trained. Go. Dude, that Heart of Kieran booty is about to get ran over. Can you like not? You get now Walking Ballista. Gonna get immediately snared. Walking Ballista, found it. That is a big Walking Ballista. Casual 5/5. Yep. You played Zatalpa and sealed. Yeah, that seems like a bomb rare. 10 out of 10 would like jam again. Okay, so we need a... I don't know what we need. We need lots. Not exactly what we go. Hiya! My opponent's gonna be like, yeah, no. He's literally been killing everything I've been playing, so I'm not expecting this for very long. I once hard casted a Gurmag Angler. That was weird. I've done that many a time. It's never in Legacy, because you don't even play that many basic lands. Or that many lands. Can you like not look at this? Don't think about it. Don't. No. Oh no. That was weird. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is he doing? Did I miss something? Oh no. Oh no. Are we 8, 12, 13, 14? dealing 14 damage to me. Pretty good. Casted a Hogak with a rest in peace board once. It was a real team effort. Dude, Hogak usually is a one-man team. That's awesome. Literally had 7 lands that produced mana in the deck. Hard casted a Gurmag Angler. Alright, alright. I'm dead. Alright. So for game 3, now that we know he is trying to be mean to us, we're definitely bringing in these Thought Seizes. We're going to move even... We'll keep the Questing Beasts in as a good backup plan. Gifted Aetherborn is not going to be the best. It's not. So we're going to cut the Gifted Aetherborn, find our lifelink somewhere else. Might not even need it. We'll cut 1 Questing Beast, and let's go with cards from this deck. Go with another Zatalpa. No, Zatalpa's too good. Alright, 1. What is this deck? I have sideboarded most of the main deck cards into the sideboard. This is no longer the same thing. When this deck does not play well, I know why. Oh no. Help! What is this hand? We'll keep this, but this is not great. We need to put 1. We're fine. Everything's fine. It's okay. It's all okay. Everything's fine. That's all okay. No turn 2, rest in peace. We're gonna cast the Traverse. Have to get us. We are playing so far behind. We got a turn 3 Grizzly Salvage coming in hot. Oh, dude, no rest in peace? Dude, we are so in there like swimwear. Maybe not. Okay. Cast the Grizzly Salvage at the end of his turn so we can figure out if we're just going to be sad or if we're just going to be like really, really sad. Dude, what? Can you like do something? This is definitely not resolving. I'm just going to throw that out there now. Heard it here first. Does he play counter spells? Of course he dies. Oh my goodness. Dude, I just got censored out of the game. Bad day. Maybe not. JK. There's the card. Arn Daddy himself. What are you doing? What do you think he gets, guys? Oh, Tormod script. Oh no. Oh boy. What do we do? Alright. We're gonna go to my turn. So weird, but I have to do where you can interact with it. Irrelevant. Make it irrelevant. I give him a chance to interact with it. I guess I could have questing beast and got the Karn off the table, but I thought using the Soulflayer and actually getting making him think that it's irrelevant. Good. That's actually really good for us. Articuran again. All right. No land. Okay. What was a Nykthos? Like, do I keep up the sensor? Rest in peace. Okay. Well, that is a-okay by me. Very not anyway. Nice Grizzly Salvage, right on time. Okay, so we're gonna be able to get this Karn off, and probably not do anything for the rest of the game. Yeah, man, I don't know what I'd do with that Nykthos either. Currently in net even. That moment when my opponent has Tormod's Crypt and Rest in Peace on board, never interacting with the graveyard ever again. Dude, for sure. Also, like, where's all the mono red decks I was anticipating playing against? Like, that's kind of what I like. I was like, oh, dude, if I play mono red today, that would be a great deck, like, for this league. And then, like, here we are, just like slogging through all of the various decks that are not mono red. Oh, nice, the Talpa right off the top, right when I need. Let's see what this grabs. Murder Shredder is actually a really good pickup. Okay. Grab this. Well, he is. I do like the idea of having a second questing beast. But the Overgrown Tomb allows us to cast Vessel this turn. I think questing beast is going to be our main route to victory, so I think we just guard that possible. Doing. Hey, dude, let's go. He's got something spicy in there. Watch him have like 3 of those creature has to be tapped things. Oh my goodness, that is a Settle the Wreckage, a Censor, and a Detention Sphere. Oh, but Jesus, dude, how do I even get through this? So the Detention Sphere is sorcery speed. The Censor is also pretty. I think what I do is I take the Settle the Wreckage, I attack this turn. Happens. Cool. Yeah. Yep. Oh, dude, he cycled the Censor. That's exactly what I want to see. I mean, Censor is pretty bad once you know it's there. So he has a Detention Sphere as the card that we know of. Searching for a legendary card is really good for him right now. He's like, which one do I... Heliod, God of the Sun. Very nice. Here comes down. We'll wait on this. Resting no attacks. That Murder Strider's pretty good. So this is really interesting because I need to be able to remove 2 things. I need to be able to do it slowly, but Heliod's going to come. But I think that's probably the best route to victory in the fact that we can remove multiple things. We can't even attack because of the Thalia's Lancer. This seems like a hard matchup for us. He's able to tutor for graveyard interaction with Karn. The Rest in Peace is like probably the best graveyard thing in the deck on this Heliod's live. Pay 4 mana and create a 2/1 cleric. Well. Yep. Hello. Everything has vigilance. Dude, what a deck. Alright. And we are in less than 5. 1, 4, 5. Yeah, I would have to kill some. Alright. Well, this game is done and dusted, and we... Yep. No, it was... Yeah. Not enough in the deck. Alright. Well, this deck has massively underperformed from what I was anticipating, or from even the last time I played it. Last time I played the deck was in a prelim, and I played it to a 3-2 finish, and right now it's 1-3. It just seems like the format is just like really, just like, oh, I mean, there's a ton of different graveyard strategies. I guess Dredgeless Dredge is pretty common in the format, so everyone's playing graveyard strategy like 8 now. I don't know. I was just thinking this deck would just like run over mono red. And I mean, there's leagues when you see mono red, and there's leagues when you don't see mono red. Dude, it's really good against big red. That's why I piloted today. Last night I fired up a league with big red. I played against mono red decks 4 rounds in a row. It was mono green, and then it was mono red, mono red, mono red, mono red. And like there was some variation, but 2 of them were big red. One of them was the Nykthos version, so it was mono red devotion, and then the other one was it was like a weird different version. But I mean, that league, I've never played a league so fast. I went through an entire league with big red versus the big red mirrors, or just mono red mirrors. The league was finished in an hour. It was pretty magical. We'll keep this. Will we? We'll keep. Let's bottom. Make my opponent think that we're playing a fair, kind deck. Oh, abort. I think we just try to get this on the board. No matter what, this in the graveyard. I'm okay with him having additional information. I don't want to go for a land right now. No land, but we did find a Soulflayer. That is the battle. Long old break for work. Anything exciting happen? No. No. Not too much. I mean, are you talking about my job? Or just you had a long break from work? We're still just losing in this round. Lots and lots of losing. I'm just playing games for stream, man. You know, you can go for trophies in this system, so you go for 5-0s. So you try to win 5 matches and lose 0, and if you do, then you get a trophy. And there's people that go like trophy hunt. Sure you keep a count. Yeah, for sure. Hey, guess what? Yeah, it's like one of those things that like, but I wanted to at least push some amount of damage through and like prompt the removal of Lawless Troll, or like at least the interaction with them. So I was like, yeah, I guess. All right. A2 life, make him that we have something. Don't. We're gonna attack the Teferi to force him to either interact with it or to remove it. Okay. Excellent. So this is going to not work out how he wants. And then card here. I mean, we're discarding these things. What? We already have a questing beast as a Talpa Sylvan. And the second main, Soulflayer coming in and coming down hot. What did I do wrong? Black, Soulflayer, Alpha, Questing Beast. Oh, got it. Got it. Found it. Figured it out. Dude, this Soulflayer is ready to rumble. Concede. My opponent just paused for about 6 seconds to read through all the abilities it has. How do I kill this? Oh, I can't? Hmm. What you got? Dude, Settle the Wreckage? Get out of here. My opponent is main decking Settle the Wreckage. Holy shnikey. Dude, what a blowout. Bad. I mean, I'm not playing around Settle game 1, but holy shnikey. Well, guess we will end. I was not ready for that. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, that was brutal. And now I have to hope to gather the pact into another Murderous Rider for this Teferi. Or it's just gonna bury me again. This deck should be decent against blue-white in the sense that like it does lots of very unfair things, but we'll see. So some of the namesake cards. I guess we'll grab the soul. We could get two. Try casting this question. Yeah, I don't see this game going well for us. Now that we got Settle the Wreckage and our Soulflayer went bye-bye. Yep. Dude, my opponent is just rat-rolling me right now. Okay. We can literally play around ace. Um, Dude, these looking up. I was trying to find a Zetalpa, so I could put it in the graveyard, and I just decided to dig as deep as possible. But when I didn't get there, the game's pretty much over. I could have gotten a Questing Beast. He has 4 mana untapped. No, it just it's 5 cards in hand. I really need to hope that this second Soulflayer would be the answer. But okay, you can have this. Well, that gives us some game. I'd like to pay 2. All right. Cast Swift End. Here. Cast Soulflayer. 1 Questing Beast. Sylvan Caryatid. Not a bad Soulflayer. Yep. All right. And we're just going to concede this game. We are pretty buried. Alright, so against blue-white control, we definitely want the Thought Seizes. I guess this is a game as any that Lightcrafter's Bestiary would be good. Assassin's Trophy, good. We could bring in Abrupt Decay for Teferi, but we just see Cast Out, so maybe the Detention Sphere he's doing Abrupt Decays. So we'll skimp on those. In terms of removal, so that's 1, 2, 3, that's 7 cards. So we're hoping the combo comes off and we need to be pretty aggressive about it. Let's take out 2 Vessel Nascencies because it's the slowest of the regeneration. Gift to Aetherborns are going to be pretty bad. The regen ability on Lothltrol is good. I need to make 2 more cuts. Sylvan Caryatid, and maybe Gather the Pack. Actually, maybe 2 Gather the Packs because Hexproof is so important. We do. Awesome. Great. Yeah, man. I would definitely recommend starting with Arena. I see that you guys have been chatting for a little bit. I would definitely start with Arena. I'm actually going to eventually transition and maybe do some split time between Arena and between MTGO, Magic the Gathering Online. A little bit more of an advanced version of Arena. But I like this. But I mean, I will say that there's other streamers that only play Arena, and so if you watch them, you'd be able to get a really good grasp of how the game plays, why it's easy, why it's fun, why it looks and feels like Hearthstone, which you said you are you have some familiarity with. But yeah, it would be the same Twitch channel even if it's a different game. Yep, absolutely. So I would still be the same channel. I would just have to switch streams, or maybe like the stream design in the game. Okay, that's a really good draw. We're actually going to do that next turn. So then this turn, that and I could put the second Vessel of Nascency onto the board, or I could crack one of these. That's probably Maybe I resolve this Grizzly Salvage because it's pretty important. Okay, that's a really, really, really good flip over. That means next turn I can Thoughtseize and Soulflayer, getting rid of these things, and I can fight quite a hot Soulflayer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stream FIFA later tonight for at least a little bit. Play some games, jam out some packs, grind some packs. My opponent is keeping up 1 blue. What are you doing? 3 types? Do I have land? I do have land. Do I have sorcery? No sorcery. Really kind of want to play this a little bit slower because I need hexproof so bad. We'll start with the Thoughtseize. We'll see what's going on over there. Alright, so we got Summary Dismissal, Tef, Narset. So in terms of what we're scared of, that the Narset is going to be problematic. Maybe I do. I think in terms of what I'm trying to deal with right now, I think Teferi is very powerful, but I also think Narset's also very good. And I think the searching ability is sorcery speed. So I'm going to take the Narset, force him to cast the Teferi, and hopefully kill it next turn. Yeah, we really need... we really need hexproof. We found a lot less troll and a Soulflayer and then 2 lands. Take a Soulflayer. So we now have 2 of them. My opponent played this. Being up. Very time round. So we never hit proof. We even kept all 4 in. So here is, we have 3 creatures. We have Trample, Haste, we have Lifelink, and we have all of these. Get Uvenwald. Go here. I'll grab a Sylvan Caryatid and figure out try to figure out a way to get it into the graveyard. I think that's the best course of action. Having one somewhere where I can interact with it. What is the saltiest thing an opponent has said to me after they lost? I don't know. I haven't had too many salty opponents, honestly. Um, when I first started playing Magic, some of the older Magic players would be like, "Oh my goodness, like you don't deserve this win," or you got lucky, or I can't believe I lost to a scrub, or you got lucky after lucky after lucky after every game. You had to get lucky and whatever. But in the most recent, like a little bit, I haven't had anyone be salty about it. Mostly it's just like them like saying that they got unlucky and I got lucky. Why? Now I got to hear your story. What do you got going on over there? So he now has summary dismissal. So there is both of them. I cast both. Hope he's Dream Verdicts. That's really what I want. Dude, summary dismissal this. Dang it. And I'll cast this one too. Let's kill it already. The guy in Pittsburgh was pretty salty. Now we want to draw as Zatalpa. That's all I'm gonna say. This game is so weird. I was trying to put a Sylvan Caryatid into the graveyard. Instead, I just put one into hand, hoping he'd like kill it, or maybe I'd figure out a way to discard it. But here I am with 2 Sylvan Caryatids on the field, and I just want them. I want them really, really dead. Maybe if I cast a Soulflayer and just not having any special abilities, but he hopefully won't recognize. I'm such a piece right now. Nice Child's deck after getting blown out, dude. Some people, they just be like that, man. Crazy, though. That's funny. Dude, I just want to get Supreme Verdict. That's all I want. Just cast it. Let's on with our life. Big Tef. Got it. You gonna put the Soulflayer 3 from the top? Nope. Oh, what is going on? Well, I was hoping maybe the Soulflayer exile. Oh man. Oh, the guy flipping the table. I think that is very real. If I remember correctly, I actually knew somebody who knew him, and he was very like off. Like he was just off color most of the time. I'll have to pull up. I'll have to pull that up. Oh, here's a Thoughtseize. I like this. Dude, Thoughtseize. Show me what you got. Absorb. Okay. He has 2 cards we don't know about. Uvenwald. Murderous Rider. Killing my Sylvan Caryatid. Okay. But this is where we're at in our life right now. This is okay. Guys, this is not okay. I'm just throwing that out there. We need to grab a Murderous Rider. I'm desperate, guys. Woo, we did it. And lifelink. Yeah. This Soulflayer, Barry. This Soulflayer at Harry. That rhymed. That was awkward. Alright, we're in an okay place now. No. Dude, that'd be nice though if we could. Overdelve? Power Delve? That? Okay. Show me absorb. Okay. We have what we're trying to kill you with on board. Gather the pack. He has a summary dismissal. So let's attack first. And we are going to play this game really, really careful. This is our win condition. So we're going to pressure Narset with just this, and we're going to hold back. We're going to bait it out. Yeah. He has absorb and summary dismissal, so I need him to do more. Yeah, currently right now in this format, it's the Wild West. It's brand new. It's only a few months old, so everyone's kind of just playing all sorts of new decks. And whenever a deck becomes too good, Wizards has been very swift in just banning it. So right now, everyone's just hanging out. Dude, Thoughtseize, get the hell in here. We are just hanging out now. Let's go. Okay, so he still has summary dismissal. So he has summary dismissal, fairy, and one mystery card. Guys, I just attack him for. Well, do I play around the settle the wreckage? I can't, right? I can't play around the settle the wreckage, or do I? Nope, we're in. We did it. Ah, no! Don't do it. No! What? Come on! Son of a... Oh my gosh. Well, we die now. We knew 2 of the 3 cards in his hand. 2 of the 3. And I was like, how many settles can he have? Like, 2? He even searched for it with what's her face. And like, I was like, do you know what? It'll be okay. It wasn't okay. But we have a questing beast. Eh? Well, I decided to not be a scaredy cat and not play a play around one of my opponent's only cards that can interact with the best card in my deck that's trying to win the game. Decided not to play around it, and he always had it. Sad day. Get to die. What? Go. 2. Better than 1? 2. No, it can't beat Settle, and I don't think I should be playing around it because I'm just giving him so much time to find it. Like, he has a Castle Vantress, he has, like, all these other tools going on. It's like, do I really do this? Dude, I can beat... Yeah. Yeah, exile it. Do it. Settle the Wreckage is this card. Exile all attacking creatures target player controls. That player may search their library for that many basic land cards, put those cards on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle their library. Dude, my opponent is dig through time. I should probably have conceded. What? Here we are. We're in the 1-3 bracket, so we're not going anywhere fast. And my opponent still has summary dismissal. What a... Oh, this to fairy? Yeah. Oh, wait. There we are. Stop interacting with me, opponent. Do you know what? Fine. I'll just cast the second man. I'm just sad. Is it an instant? Yep, that is why it is sad. My opponent is ragdolling me right now. He is doing exactly what blue-white control wants to do, and it's just... Yep. You can have up to 4 of it in the deck. You just shock that in? Dude, he doesn't give a shit about his life. So dead. What are you doing with all that mana? If he Sphinx's Revelation, I will concede. I will just say that now. We do not have to play this game out. I will concede if he Sphinx's Revs for like 7. Just not casual dig through time. Splash for Teferi to play around settle. That's an idea. I like that. You know what? That's a really good idea. I should just play big Teferi. I should just play settle of my own too. Oh my god. Guy. Or Leyline of Sanctity or something. Just Leyline of Sadness right now. This isn't even going to resolve. Got it finally out of his hand. But we got a Murderous Rider on the way. Hey, Murderous Rider, you just been chilling. It's your time to shine. You gotta deal 20 points of damage, kill a Teferi, and beat an army of 1/1s. Alright, good luck. I could counterspell his instant if I had a counterspell. Oh, that's a Teferi. Not per se. Black-green doesn't have that ability. Dude, my opponent doesn't even care about this Murderous Rider. Dude, my opponent is living like the now. But we are. Die. If he cycles into a counterspell, I'm just gonna cry. Don't do it. Ooh. You gonna make a 1/1 and block the carry though? Probably. Okay. Alright. Murderous Riders are feeling pretty frisky right now. They are getting in there for some damage. Green can do everything. A green gets special powers. Special permission. Whatever the hell they... Nice. Yeah, you can do that instant speed. You can cast a Supreme Verdict in your hand next turn. Okay? Let's make sure we do this correctly. He's got 1 card left in hand. Oh, I got a lot. Let's roll. Nice. Real nice. He's got double castle. What a prince. Getting whatever he wants. Proud of you. You know, it sucks worse when you know exactly what your opponent's trying to do and like you can't stop them from... But, oh, let's roll. My opponent gets to scry 2 every turn. It's gonna soon be making 1/1s every turn. Harry, can you just like take it easy on my poor soul? Okay. Sylvan Caryatids, come back. Ah. Stop. Damn it. They're always 60. Decks are always 60 cards. And sideboards are 15. Unless you play Commander, then at Commander's 100 cards. One regen shield. Raising the regen shield. Can you like not? Oh my. Alright, so we got 2 Soulflayers left in the deck. Dude, nice Lifecrafter's Bestiary. What the but Jesus, I totally forgot those were in the deck because they were nowhere to be seen. Also, I think we're in game 2, and I have 5 minutes left. Because my opponent is like putting me in like a potential crisis. Alright, so Soulflayer off the top. He has no counter spell. We have all of the cards in our graveyard that we want, and we can win the game. Oh yeah, we got this. You guys ready? 3. Oh, there it comes. I don't know if we can beat that. 3, 2, 1. Close. Hate you. Oh no. Dude, how many settles do you think my opponent has? Like at least 7? Nice. Alright, guys. We're gonna get out of here. Alright. So, friends, as you can see, we did not do well in this all. Sad. The deck did not feel too outmatched. It just never lined up. It just didn't feel right hardly ever. So let's talk about the deck real quick. And what's going to happen is I'm going to talk about the deck. I will, give some main thoughts about like what happened, what occurred, and then I will take a short break, and then I'll come back and play another league. And this time we're going to play Big Red. So we'll play an aggressive deck in the Wild West. But as of right now, guys, this deck is a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun trying to assemble like Tron. I have a lot of fun playing Exodia, and that's kind of what's going on here. You're trying to get together like multiple cards, piece them together in a way that like you get to ultimately win. And today, the cards we were playing against are what our opponent was doing was really, really good against us. It's not necessarily that this deck is bad. It's that I feel that we played against opponents that just they had better draws than us, they had better plays than us, and they were ultimately just like ragdolling. The main goal of the deck, as you saw, probably is get Soulflayer into play. But that delve, when you're delving, you're trying to have as a Talpa. So you can have Flying, Double Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Indestructible. Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste. You're probably trying to exile a Murderous Rider. You can get Lifelink. And then Sylvan Caryatid for Hexproof. If you do that, then it's really, really good. Soulflayer is practically unbeatable unless your opponent plays a Settle the Wreckage, like in our final round, and blows us out. The sideboard felt really poor for the format that we were playing. I did not like many of the sideboard options. I thought they were really bad. The sideboard was kind of workable, but it wasn't even great. And the main deck is such like a tight group of cards that whenever you cut a card from the main deck, it feels like you're just cutting away at like the core, because it almost feels like a really tight, like 60 cards. And so it's not like you can trim here, trim there, and it'll be okay. Like, you really need almost all these cards in the deck to be just like smooth. So when I was cutting the vessels and the gathers, and some of these other cards that have abilities, like I was losing some of uh the power of the deck, and it was just like really unfortunate. So I think maybe I'd work some assassin trophies into the main. I did that the last time I played this deck. I put assassin trophies in the main, and that was much better. Having a remove whatever the heck is in your way kind of spot is the best way to go. Maybe 2 assassin trophies in the main, maybe a third in the side. I don't think abrupt decay is where you want to be. I think you're okay with having your opponent have an extra land, but I think that you need to remove whatever obstacles. Remove rest in peace, remove a big dumb idiot, remove a land, like whatever it is, you need to be able to get rid of it. Assassin's Trophy is that card. So maybe what I would do is I would cut a Gather the Pack or 2, maybe a Gifted Aetherborn, and play Assassin Trophies in the main. Other than that, I thought the deck was fun. Even when losing, like there's like moments and spots where you're like, oh, I could possibly get out of this, and when you don't, that's okay. But this deck is obviously very powerful. I would continue to work it. Like I'm going to continue working on it. I think that I'm not going to give up on it. I think that Pioneer is still a little bit of an unknown format, and if this deck can figure out maybe a different creature, a different spot, be better mana, I think that it'll be in a better place. But overall, I thought I enjoyed the deck. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me while playing this deck. And hopefully I'll see you around the next time we play it.